Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruki and today's video is a sewing tutorial. We're going to be learning how to make this gorgeous sleeve right here. So I made this for a client. The other picture was what she wanted and this was what she got. Okay, so if you want to see how this is done, keep on watching. So we're going to be using this golden piece of fabric right here. Okay, so you're going to be measuring 7.5 inches. Okay, meanwhile, of course you have to fold your cloth over just like that. So you mark 7.5 inches just like I'm doing right now. Okay, so after that you are going to just draw a straight line just to get the edge of your clothes, like where you're starting from. Okay, so you're going to go there and mark 1 inch, just 1 inch, just so that you can create a slant. There's going to be a slant, okay, at the tip of the sleeve. How you guys doing? You guys know I just like to know how you guys are doing. How far? Just me now. How far? What's happening? Tell me in the comment section down below how you are. Okay, so over here you're going to be marking 8 inches. 8 inches. Okay, so you mark 8 inches from the point of that slope. You mark 8 inches and then you get your 7.5 inches as well down there. Okay, so you add 3 inches, you extend it by 3 inches from that point. Okay, you extend it by 3 inches. Now if you want your sleeve to be bulky or bigger, then you keep extending, but this one I didn't want it to be so loud or so big. That's why I marked 3 inches. So you just connect your extension to the upper part of your the upper part of the sleeve. Okay, so what you're going to do right now is you're going to be measuring the circumference of your tricot, because as you can see this is a tricot sleeve. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right here. So you measure the circumference of the area where it's going to be stopping. So what I mean is that point where your sleeve is going to be ending. So you get that part, the circumference of that, and then you get the length. So I use 24 inches as the length of the sleeve, starting from the top part of the sleeve. So at that place where I'm marking down there, you now put the circumference of that your the tricot part of your sleeve. So I got 5 inches. I think the circumference was 10 inches, so divided by 2 is 5 inches. So you go ahead and add 1 inch for your folding and shaping allowance. Then you join and you connect the two. If you're confused, please just go back, like you can rewind and just understand everything that I have mentioned. It's actually not hard. Okay, so of course at this point I'm going to plead that if you're enjoying all the content in my videos and you're not yet subscribed, that's not cool. Now that's not cool. Just subscribe, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, okay, so that when a new video is posted you are going to be notified. So this is me just cutting out all everything we've marked. I'm just adding ½ inch as sewing allowance to all of them. So yeah, please do well to click on the notification bell. A lot of people tell me they don't get notified. You actually don't get notified if you don't click on the notification bell. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be using crinoline or horse-tail, anything that makes your clothes stiff. We're going to be using that towards at the top of the sleeve. That top part of the sleeve, you're going to be using your crinoline. Okay, so you're just going to sew it all the way down, just one stitch. Okay, just that upper part is where you need to stitch. You don't need to stitch it down at the bottom part, so that your sleeve is going to come out neat and fresh. The finishing will be nice. So you just sew it by the side, sew it down by the side, and that's it. So what I have here is another piece of fabric. Okay, you're going to be measuring 2 inches, 2 inches by the length of the sleeve on top, the length on top. But in this case, I actually got more of the fabric, like more length of the fabric, if that makes any sense. Which kind of English am I speaking? More length, but more of the length that is needed, I just added more. So as you can see, this is me just trying to turn over. This is just me trying to create a bias so that I can close the top of that, sleeve part. Okay, so I'm just going to sew it all the way down, then I'm going to turn it around. So when you finish sewing, you turn it over and then you stitch on top. So make sure that your stitching at that point is very neat. Okay, because of the crinoline is going to be a bit bulky, but just try and turn it over very well so that it can have a very neat finishing. Okay, if you're not yet subscribed, I'm reminding you again. Please subscribe to your girl. Subscribe. So many more content coming your way, not just sewing tutorials, guys. So much more. Okay, so this is the cloth you are using. Okay, I'm using this not this outfit. I'm using this clothing just to do this tutorial. Okay, so here you're just going to be marking 4 inches. Okay, you're going to be marking 4 inches. I marked 4.5 inches, but at the end of the day I marked 4 inches, so 4 inches is fine. Okay, so you mark 4 inches from the shoulder joining, then at the back as well 4 inches. Okay, so what you're going to do is okay, I just realized you've not folded. You fold the down part. Okay, that part that is going to be open, there's a part in the sleeve that is just going to be open, so you double fold it and you stitch so that it comes out really nice and the finishing is nice. There's no need weaving and then folding once, just double fold so that nobody sees anything rough or tacky. It's good when you finish sewing your clothes to just be, the finishing of your dress will just be very beautiful. Okay, so this is the down part of the sleeve, so I'm just double folding again, just like I did with the sides. So you just double fold and you sew. For this kind of sleeve, it's usually good if you're using Ankara, use a high target fabric. Okay, these big fabrics that they are two-faced, more like the back side is basically like the same with the front side. Big Daviva, Hollandis, big high targets, they have that effect. Okay, those are the kind of fabrics that are best to use. If you're not using a plain fabric, just use something. If you're using Ankara, use high targets and all those big Ankara fabrics. So what you're going to do here is just use half inch to just stitch the down part of your sleeve. Okay, that's the part that is going to be holding your tricot, the tricot part of your arm, the down part of your arm. That's all. Every other place is going to be open. That's just the thing. So you go back to your fabric and then you join the sleeve to your fabric. Okay, so you're going to be joining on that 4 inches mark that we marked earlier. So you're going to be placing the tip of that, the beginning part of the sleeve, and you're just going to join it there. So now the important part is you're not going to be joining it to get to your armpits. It's not going to reach there. So the most important thing you have to note at this point is just so that you can fold your sleeve to the point that it doesn't enter or it doesn't interfere with the fitting of your clothes. You're just going to hang it up there. If that makes any sense. Okay, the sleeve is not going to be entering your armhole, guys. It's not going to be entering. It's just going to be up there so that even your arm can be free. Your arm can be free. It's not going to be holding your arm. If you're Igbo, you would understand what I mean. So I'm just going to be using a lighter just to blend the rough edges of the crinoline. Okay, because that thing is basically rubber. So I'm just using it to melt it so that it can relax. It won't be itching your customer or yourself on their body. Okay, these are just little sewing tricks and hacks that make sewing easy for you. Okay, so we're going to be doing the back side, the same thing I did with the front side. Okay, so you just stitch and then you fold. So that 8 inches that we did and extended, that is actually where we are folding now. That's where we are folding. Okay, so you fold it and fold it so that it doesn't enter the armhole of your cloth. So yeah, that's it, guys. Nothing serious. See, in sewing, it's not really that difficult. It's not really difficult. So make sure you trim off all the threads on your clothes, so that it's not when you finish sewing for a customer all your threads are coming out. Make sure to trim everywhere, trim off every thread. Okay, so yeah, our sleeve is ready. Look at that, guys. If you want it to be bigger, you extend it so that it's bigger. I just didn't want this to be so big. Okay, so what I'm going to just be doing now is just going to be shaping it. I'm just going to be shaping the outfit. Okay, so I'm just shaping it with 1.5 inches, removing 1.5 inches as my allowance. I didn't use anybody's measurements exactly for this, because to be honest, I specially made this sewing tutorial just for you people. Oh god, see how I love you guys. See how much I love you guys. I just brought out my time, made out a sewing tutorial specially for you. So as you can see, that place is open, and yeah, we are done. We are done, guys. You can see your armhole is still there and everything is, just look at that, just look at that gorgeousness. It's not every day you'll be doing one type of sleeve for your customer. Try and do something else. Okay, this is really beautiful, so gorgeous. Look at that, and it's standing right there. It's standing. That's why you're using that crinoline, so it can stand. Okay, so guys, that's it for this tutorial. I have a tutorial on how I made this. Okay, go back to my previous video to see it. I made that from scratch, so do well to watch that, so you won't be buying all your appliques from the market. Okay, my channel is loaded and loaded for you. Please like this video, do well to share and leave me a comment. I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.